Bamboo, bamboo fire. Oh, 6 o'clock and the pot not done yet. Bamboo fire make so. 6 o'clock and the pot not done yet. Bamboo fire make so, make so. The man come home and the pot not done yet. A man come home and the pot not done yet. Oh, bamboo, bamboo fire make so, make so, make so. Bamboo, bamboo fire. Bamboo, bamboo fire. Bamboo, bamboo fire. Tell them on the drums. Let me see everybody with this one. Y'all ready? Y'all gonna help me with this one, right? Oh, small days is still on my mind. Sing it, sing it, sing it! Small days is a good, good time. If you could remember, me neighbor, some little children. And when they singing and they nothing, others really admire them. Hey, you ain't clapping? Small days is still on my mind. Let me hear you. Oh, small days is a good, good time. Me neighbor, some little children. And when they singing and they dancing, others really admire them. Hold it, Chucky. Small days is still on my mind. But these small days is a good, good time. Me neighbor, some little children. And when they singing and they dancing, others really admire them. One more time, let me hear you. It says small days is still on my mind. But these small days is a good, good time. Oh, me neighbor, some little children. And when they singing and they dancing, others really admire them. Take it low, Chucky. All right, everybody keep going. Small days is still on my mind. Oh, small days is a good, good time. Me neighbor, some little children. And when they singing and they dancing, others really admire them. One more time. Oh, small days is still on my mind. Oh, these small days is a good, good time. Yeah. Me neighbor, some little children. And when they singing and they dancing, I just really realize how old we getting. Well, thank you all for shouting the song with me. Shout for change. Welcome. I will now hand you over to the MC, to the hosts. Y'all in store for a treat. We will be back to play some more songs for y'all at the end, so stick around. Indulge, enjoy, ask questions. If you're using AI, ask AI how you can help make the world a better place. I'm sure you can get some great answers for you. And then copy and paste that in your assignment. I'm joking. Try and use your brains when you're doing your homework, right? All right, everybody, big up to Planet Earth. Happy Earth Day. Yeah.
The season is here again. Are you ready? Are you ready? A fun activity. Believe your ability. Let's just shout. Ooh, shout it out loud. Having a voice to speak, a blessing indeed. Hear your victory. Let's just shout. Ooh, shout it out loud. The stage is set. No time for rest. Give it your best. Let's just shout. Shout. Let's just shout. Shout. Youths, you are the future. You make things bright, so bright. Recover Guyana is your shining light. Let's just shout. Ooh, shout it out loud. Having a voice to speak, a blessing indeed. Hear your victory. Let's just shout. Ooh, shout it out loud. The stage is set. No time for rest. Give it your best. Let's just shout for the environment. Let's just shout for the youth. Let's just shout with Recover Guyana. Let's just shout with Recover Guyana. Let's just shout with Recover Guyana. Shout, shout. The season is here again. Are you ready? Are you ready? A fun activity. Believe your ability. Let's just shout. Ooh, shout it out loud. Having a voice to speak, a blessing indeed. Hear your victory. Let's just shout. Ooh, shout it out loud. The stage is set. No time for rest. Give it your best. Let's just shout. Shout. Let's just shout. Shout. Youths, you are the future. You make things bright, so bright. Recover Guyana is your shining light. Let's just shout. Ooh, shout it out loud. Having a voice to speak, a blessing indeed. Hear your victory. Let's just shout. Ooh, shout it out loud. The stage is set. No time for rest. Give it your best. Let's just shout for the environment. Let's just shout for the youth. Let's just shout with Recover season is here again. Are you ready? Are you ready? A fun activity. Believe your ability. Let's just shout. Ooh. Shout it out loud. Oh, yeah. Having a voice to speak. A blessing indeed. Hear your victory. Let's just shout. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Shout it out loud. The stage is set. No time for rest. Giving your best. Let's just shout. Shout. Let's just shout. Shout. Youths, you are the future. You make things bright, so bright. Recover Guyana is your shining light. Let's just shout. Ooh. Shout it out loud. Having a voice to speak. A blessing indeed. Hear your victory. Let's just shout. Ooh. Shout it out loud. The stage is set. No time for rest. Giving your best. Let's just shout for the environment. Let's just shout for the youth. Let's just shout with Recover Guyana. Let's just shout with Recover Guyana. Let's just shout with Recover Guyana. Shout. The season is here again. Are you ready? Are you ready? A fun activity. Believe your ability. Let's just shout. Ooh. Shout it out loud. Oh, yeah. Having a voice to speak. A blessing indeed. Hear your victory. Let's just shout. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Shout it out loud. The stage is set. No time for rest. Giving your best. Let's just shout. Shout. Let's just shout. Shout. Youths, you are the future. You make things bright, so bright. Recover Guyana is your shining light. Let's just shout. Ooh. Shout it out loud. Having a voice to speak. A blessing indeed. Hear your victory. Let's just shout. Ooh. Shout it out loud. The stage is set. No time for rest. Giving your best. Let's just shout for the environment. Let's just shout for the youth. Let's just shout with Recover Guyana. Let's just shout with Recover Guyana. Let's just shout with Recover Guyana. Shout. The season is here again. Are you ready? Are you ready? A fun activity. The season is here again. Are you ready? Are you ready? A fun activity. Believe your ability. Let's just shout. Ooh, shout.
All right, good morning, everybody. We'll now stand for the national anthem. All right, you may be seated. Mr. Sherwin Blackman, Assistant Chief Education Officer, Secondary, representing the Ministry of Education. Mr. Ryan Hoppy, Community Relations Supervisor of ExxonMobil Guyana, and other key representatives. Dr. Dave Laltu, President of Recover Guyana and Project Lead for SHOUT. Mrs. Nadia Hussein, Second Vice President, Recover Guyana. Anushka Singh, Guyana's 2025 National Youth Environmental Speaker. Members of the diplomatic community, SHOUT finalists, our other distinguished partners, members of Recover Guyana, members of the media, a pleasant morning to you and a very warm welcome to each and every one of you. To those joining us virtually or following along, welcome. SHOUT belongs to all of Guyana. I am Dr. Umesh Balmakun, First Vice President of Recover Guyana, and I'm going to be guiding you through this morning's proceedings. We're gathered here for a truly momentous occasion, the official launch of the 4th edition of SHOUT, SHOUT4Change, the search for Guyana's top youth environmental speaker in collaboration with the Ministry of Education and supported by ExxonMobil Guyana, and the announcement of our 20 national finalists who will carry the torch of environmental leadership into this exciting new chapter. To access our program, if you notice you don't have a program by your seat, but to access our program and follow along this morning, please use the opportunity. You'll notice a QR code popping up on your screens. To scan the QR code on that screen as we have a packed but engaging lineup for you. So this is the QR code right here. Recover Guyana is proud to empower our young people to make impactful changes to mindsets and communities. As a registered non-governmental organization, our focus has always been protecting and preserving the environment in order to make the planet a better place for our future generations. And who better to involve in this change than the future generations themselves? We continue to build communities through investing in its people, especially through our flagship project, SHOUT, the search for Guyana's top youth environmental speaker, Engage, our nationwide green entrepreneurship initiative with support from Scotiabank Guyana Inc., and FLOW, the National Water Purification and Sustainability Initiative for 141 secondary schools, 10 TVET institutions, and 4 special needs schools in partnership with the Greater Guyana Initiative and the Ministry of Education. All through the support of our esteemed partners and supporters, at which point I'd like to officially announce SHOUT4Change partners, that is. I want you to give them a round of applause when we call their names, right? Not yet. First, we have the Ministry of Education, our official education partner. ExxonMobil Guyana, our official title partner. Ramada Georgetown Princess Hotel, our official venue partner. One Communication, our official One Fiber partner. Scotiabank Guyana Inc., Guy Oil, Flawless Dental GY, Massey Stores Guyana, Anthony Indar Photography, Film and Design, our official media partner. Pixel Perfect Productions, our official productions partner. Book a Ride, our official transportation partner.
Elevate Decor and Designs, our official decor partner, and Siva Marketing Enterprise, our official branding partner. Please give them all a round of applause, everybody. Just 4 years ago, Recover Guyana embarked on a bold idea, SHOUT, a national movement that reached every secondary school all across Guyana, giving young people a platform to speak, lead, and create change. Since then, we have seen 110 national finalists rise to the stage, 3 national champions emerge, all from Queen's College, all vibrant young women with an environmental passion, and 3 school-led projects come to life, one of which was a seed planted and developed through the application of extensive STEM ideas and will impact 58,000 students daily and save 25 million plastic water bottles by the year 2030. That is a round of applause. What started as a voice became impactful action. To take us through a reflection of this incredible journey from 2023 to 2025, it is my honor to introduce Mrs. Nadia Hussein, Second Vice President of Recover Guyana. Mrs. Hussein, the floor is yours.
Mr. Sherwood Blackman, Assistant Chief Education Officer, Secondary. Mr. Ryan Hoppy, Community Relations Supervisor, ExxonMobil Guyana Limited, Other Representatives. Dr. Dave Laltu, President of Recover Guyana and Project Lead for SHOUT. Anushka Singh, National Youth Environmental Speaker 2025, members of the diplomatic community, team members, SHOUT finalists, educators, distinguished guests, members of the media, and audience joining us online. Good morning to you all. I have been part of the selection panel for all 3 installations of SHOUT, and I can personally tell you it is no easy feat to critique each student as they stand before a live audience and discuss causes close to their hearts. Much more so to be one of these young students who take the stage to showcase their speaking prowess and knowledge of environmental issues. Over the past 3 years, not only has the number of entries for SHOUT grown, but so has the competition itself and the amazing impact it has created from its inception. We have moved from writing essays to videos that are looked at under a microscope, because of course you can better see a student's passion through their spoken words than their written ones. We have even shifted focus on how we award prizes over time to ensure we recognize passion, where our first ever Most Influential Speech Award was copped by Koyam Academy in 2023, to also integrating STEAM. Just last year, Kavina Singh of the Bishop's High School claimed the Best Art Piece Award under the theme, Ending Plastic Pollution. But to have a clear understanding of SHOUT and how it has truly created an impact and enabled our youth to do the same, we need to start at the beginning. In 2023, Recover Guyana launched SHOUT with a bold vision to empower young people to not only speak about environmental change, but to lead it. That year, Vasana Prasad of Queen's College emerged as Guyana's first top youth environmental speaker. Queen's College itself received a grant to bring the winning project to life, setting the tone for what SHOUT would become. Vasana's water purification and sustainability project went on to remove over 30,000 plastic bottles from landfills. That groundbreaking project has now become a model replicated across schools nationwide through our newest project, FLOW. But SHOUT 2023 was defined by the strength of its entire podium. 3rd place was secured by Sahil Hemraj of Skeldon Linepath Secondary School, and 2nd place by Aryan Singh of Marian Academy. These students were not just recognized with prizes, they were recognized for solutions, innovation, and leadership. Recognition was given to the top 3 essay submissions from Zeeburg Secondary School, West Demerara Secondary School, and Queen's College, the latter of whom was awarded the prize for Best Essay. Additionally, the Best Speaker Award was copped by West Demerara Secondary School, Most Influential Speech Award by Koyam Academy, and the Environmental Impact Award by Queen's College. By 2024, SHOUT had grown in both scale and impact. Gabriela Arjun of Queen's College emerged as the national champion, introducing a hydroponic kitchen garden system, a project that redefines sustainable agriculture within schools by combining innovation, nutrition, and environmental responsibility. Once again, the podium reflected the depth of talent across Guyana. In second place was Samara Nizamuddin of President's College, and in third place, Tremaine Clark of Marian Academy. The prize for the most influential speech was awarded to Jasmine Vifius of Friendship Secondary School, while Gabrielle Arjun of Queen's College received the prize for most environmental impact speech. Tremaine Clark of Marian Academy won the Best Speaker Award, and the Green Award was presented by Recover Guyana to Ezekiel Narain of Anna Regina Secondary School. By 2025, SHOUT had fully evolved into a national force. Anushka Singh of Queen's College earned the title of Guyana's top youth environmental speaker with her powerful vision for change. Her Cycle Smart project, a waste segregation and recycling system, has already been implemented, transforming her school into a model of sustainability. And once again, the finalists demonstrated exceptional leadership. Second place saw Covina Singh of the Bishop's High School, and third place was secured by Sabrina Jagdir of President's College. These young women stood not just as competitors, but as leaders shaping Guyana's environmental future. Sabrina Jagdir was also awarded for the most influential speech. Christina Tikaram of Leg 1 Secondary was given the Best Speaker and Environmental Impact Awards, and Covina Singh the Go Green Award. 2025 also saw for the first time regional champions, Damian Martins for Demerara, Amanda Sampson for Berbice, and Christina Tikaram for Essequibo. SHOUT has shown us, year after year, that when young people raise their voices, we can do more than just listen, we can transform. SHOUT4Change brings a clear challenge: solve, create impact, and lead. We're very excited to see what you have in store for us. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Hussein. That was indeed a powerful reflection, and thank you for reminding us how far we have come and how much further we can go together. Coincidentally, or not so coincidentally, maybe we did it on purpose, but today we celebrate Earth Day, a global moment of environmental reflection and action celebrated by over 1 billion people across 193 countries. The theme this year is Our Power, Our Planet, a rallying call affirming that environmental progress doesn't depend on any single individual or administration, but is sustained by the daily actions of communities, educators, workers, and families protecting where they live and work. The theme reflects a fundamental truth that innovation, education, and community problem solving are durable forces, and that clean air, safe water, and climate resilience are not optional but essential. The truth is embodied in everything SHOUT stands for. Every student who steps onto the SHOUT stage is exercising exactly that power. The power of an informed young voice, rooted in community and driven by purpose. On this Earth Day, as the world declares our power, our planet, SHOUT declares the same, because in Guyana, our power lives in our youth, and our planet's future is in their hands. At this point, we actually have a very special treat for you, the voice of someone who has stood on the SHOUT stage before and championed her cause. Please join me in welcoming Anushka Singh, Guyana's Youth Environmental Speaker 2025, and our SHOUT 3.0 National Champion, who's going to share her journey with us today. Anushka, thank you for being here and for showing our next generation of finalists what is possible when passion meets purpose. Thank you.
Good morning, all. Please permit me to adopt the established protocols. My name is Anushka Singh, and I am the National Youth Environmental Speaker 2025. Standing here today, I am truly honored, not just as the winner of SHOUT 3.0, but as someone whose journey through this competition has transformed the way I think, speak, and act. And to all of you who are already part of this year's competition, I want to say this: you have already taken the most important step. My journey began with phase 1, the video submission. It was just 1 minute, but that 1 minute forced me to think deeply about my school environment and the changes I wanted to see. So I started noticing many things most of us ignore: waste, plastic bottles, paper, and garbage accumulating around the compound. That simple observation became the foundation of my idea. And in that moment, I realized that meaningful change often begins with simply paying attention. Next came phase 2, the prepared speech. This is where the process became a little more intense. I had to research, organize my ideas, and deliver a message that was not only informative but impactful. But I didn't do it alone. My teacher listened to me practice repeatedly, helping me refine my delivery and strengthen my confidence. So I urge you to practice your speeches with people. Let them correct your tone, your pace, etc. At home, my parents worked with me to improve my speech, making sure that what I said truly connected with an audience. That support made all the difference. Next was phase 3, the impromptu round. That's on the actual day of Shout. For many, this was one of the most challenging parts of the competition, but shockingly enough, I found it to be the easiest. For the previous round, I had the task of memorizing a piece of paper. I had to stand up and go over and over and over again and memorize it, so when I came on the stage, it was perfect. But for the impromptu round, I felt like I had the full freedom to speak. I pulled the topic from the jar, I thought about it, and then I just spoke. I didn't have to memorize and think, what the paper said, what the paper said. So, being asked a question on the spot and having to respond immediately requires not just knowledge, but composure. To prepare, I practiced thinking on my feet. I had my friends ask me random environmental questions, especially based on the Low Carbon Development Strategy 2030. And I trained myself to respond clearly, confidently, and without hesitation. One thing I'd like to emphasize is that you don't have to be perfect on your first go. You just have to be willing to improve. Finally, I reached the last phase, the standard address. Standing there, knowing that everything came down to that moment, of course I felt nervous. After I finished speaking, I wasn't even sure if I had done enough. I was panicking. Seriously, I went to the seat and I was looking at my teacher and I was like, did I do it? Did I do it? Did I do it? But when my name was announced as the National Youth Environmental Speaker, I felt an overwhelming sense of pride, relief, and gratitude, not just for winning, but for how far I had come throughout the entire process. What makes Shout truly special is that it does not end on the stage. Winning gave me the opportunity to bring my idea to life. My project, Cycle Smart at Queen's College, Waste, Recycle, Renew, was developed from that very first phase 1 idea. It focuses on improving waste management within the school by introducing a structured system for separating waste, ensuring that recyclable materials like plastic, paper, and metal are properly used instead of being sent to landfills. More importantly, it aims to change habits, to help students understand that waste does not simply disappear, and that every action has an environmental impact. Through this journey, I gained so much more than just a title. I improved my public speaking skills, I expanded my knowledge on environmental issues, and I learned how to remain confident under pressure. But most importantly, I learned that young people have the power to lead real change when given the opportunity. So, to all of you participating this year, embrace every phase of this competition. Put in the effort, practice even when it feels uncomfortable, and don't be afraid to ask for help. Because this experience is not just about competing, it's about growing, learning, and making an impact. I would like to express my sincere gratitude to Recover Guyana, the Ministry of Education, ExxonMobil Guyana, and all other sponsors, along with my teachers, my parents, and everyone who had offered me their unwavering support during my journey. Thank you, and I know that each and every one of you has the ability to be in my position this year. Just prepare and have confidence in yourself. Thank you.
So Anushka is still living as champion because she thinks Shout 4.0 is next year. But that actually brought a tear to my eye because I'm thinking about all of the impact that Shout has been making, exactly what we were aiming for. But thank you again, Anushka. Please let's give our Shout 3.0 champion another round of applause. Words like those, they don't just inspire, but they also ignite. And I hope all of you that are sitting here as finalists have been ignited to focus on the environment and be prepared for what's to come. Now, we are proud of everything that you've been able to achieve, Anushka, for environmental advocacy in Guyana and beyond. But as we move on, I have to mention that every movement needs an anthem, a sound that stirs something deep and drives us forward. For Shout, you've heard it before, you heard earlier, that sound is embodied by the talent, heart, and artistry of Miss LaShonda Brown. Please put your hands together and open your hearts as Miss LaShonda Brown performs the Shout official theme song.
Good morning, everyone. I do hope my performance and song blesses your hearts.
Here again. Are you ready? Are you ready? A fun activity. Believe your ability. Let's just shout. Ooh, shout it out loud. Having a voice to speak, a blessing indeed. Hear your victory. Let's just shout. Ooh, shout it out loud. Oh yeah, oh yeah. The stage is set, no time for rest. Give it your best. Let's just shout, shout. Let's just shout, shout. Youths, you are the future. You make things bright, so bright. Recover Guyana is your shining light. Let's just shout, ooh, shout it out loud. Having a voice to speak, a blessing indeed. Hear your victory. Let's just shout, ooh, shout it out loud. The stage is set, no time for rest. Give it your best. Let's just shout for the environment. Let's just shout for the youths. Let's just shout with Recover Guyana. Let's just shout with Recover Guyana. Let's just shout with Recover Guyana. Shout, shout. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Brown. That was beautifully done. Now I'm going to have that song stuck in my head for the rest of the day. That song definitely is the soul of this movement, and you've definitely given life to it today. And now, the moment that many of us have been eagerly anticipating, a look ahead at what SHOUT4Change has in store. Please join me in welcoming a visionary leader whose passion and commitment have helped shape some of the most impactful national initiatives across Guyana. A leader who continues to inspire purpose, drive innovation, and empower the next generation with distinction. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Dave Laltu, Project Lead for SHOUT, and guiding force behind our national projects as he shares the vision for SHOUT4Change. Dr. Laltu, the floor is yours.
All right, thank you very much, Dr. Balmakun, for that very good introduction. Mr. Sherwin Blackman, Assistant Chief Education Officer, Secretary, Ministry of Education. Mr. Ryan Hoppy, Community Relations Supervisor of ExxonMobil Guyana, and other representatives. Executive members of Recover Guyana, member of the diplomatic community. SHOUT4Change, national finalists, special invitees, educators, members of the media, good morning and happy Earth Day. Today is a powerful statement that the future of Guyana is already here, speaking, thinking, and building solutions. I begin by extending my heartfelt congratulations to our National Top 20. From over 70 submissions across all counties and educational districts in Guyana, you have risen to this stage, not just because of your ability to speak, but because of the heart, thought, and purpose behind your ideas. You have shown a genuine commitment to making a difference, using your voices to bring forward solutions that can uplift your schools and communities. SHOUT represents the evolution of a national movement. Now in its 4th edition, SHOUT4Change builds on the success and credibility of previous years while expanding its reach and impact. What began as a competition has grown into a structured platform for sustained youth engagement, leadership development, and measurable environmental and social change across communities. This year, we're guided by 4 bold and intentional priorities that define the strength and direction of SHOUT4Change. We're building on our proven foundation while expanding our national reach, firmly embedding STEM at the core of the competition, creating structure and meaningful opportunities for growth and exposure, and upholding the highest standards of governance through strong, trusted partnerships. These pillars are not just guiding principles, they are the driving force behind delivering a program that is impactful, credible, and built for long-term national transformation. A defining feature of SHOUT4Change is the deliberate integration of STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, into the competition. We're no longer asking students to simply speak about environmental issues. We're empowering them to design solutions. Through this approach, participants apply mathematics to budgeting and feasibility, use science to validate ideas, leverage technology to research and presentations, and strengthen their analytical and problem-solving skills. This ensures that youth advocacy is informed, credible, and capable of driving real, sustainable change aligned with Guyana's development goals. With Phase 1 successfully completed, where students submitted their 1-minute vision videos, the competition now advances to its next stages. Phase 2 will see the top 20 national finalists participate in the presentation round, where each will deliver a 90-second prepared STEM-related environmental speech, showcasing their advocacy skills and environmental awareness. From there, Phase 3 will challenge the top 10 finalists in an impromptu segment, testing their ability to think critically, respond on the spot, and then demonstrate depth of knowledge on key environmental issues. The competition will then culminate in Phase 4, where the top 4 finalists will each respond to a single, comprehensive environmental question, ultimately determining and crowning Guyana's Youth Environmental Speaker for 2026. Phases 2, 3, and 4 will take place on June 5, 2026 at the Ramada Georgetown Princess Hotel in observance of World Environment Day. Like previous editions, the competition will be overseen by a dedicated selection panel comprises of 7 judges, supported by a chief auditor who is a chartered accountant and a designated timekeeper. Each member of the panel brings significant experience and expertise, with a strong environmental background, ensuring a fair, transparent, and high-quality evaluation process aligned with the standards of Recover Guyana and SHOUT. The top secondary school will receive a $1 million grant towards an environmental advancement project, along with 1 year of free one fiber internet service, complements of One Communications, directly supporting sustainable impact within the school. The students placed in first, second, third, and fourth place will each receive environmental awards, HP laptops, 1 year of free internet service from One Communications, and an educational advancement vouchers valued at $100,000, $75,000, $50,000, and $25,000 respectively. In addition, the winning teacher will be awarded a trip to Kaiser Falls in recognition of their guidance and support. Beyond the top placements, all top 20 finalists will receive participations awards and tokens from Scotiabank Guyana and Massey Stores Guyana, while the top 10 finalists will receive additional awards, including a $35,000 dental voucher from Flawless Dental GY and an Eco Award. Special recognition will also be given through the Best Speaker Award, Most Influential Speech Award, Environmental Impact Award, and the Go Green Award. Additionally, each county winner will receive the ExxonMobil Guyana County Winner Innovation Award, along with $100,000 each in branding credit from Siva Marketing Inc., ensuring that excellence is recognized at every level of the competition. Hence, this year, the winning prize package for SHOUT4Change is $4 million in cash and prizes. To our finalists, this is your moment. You represent ideas that matter, voices that inspire, and solutions that have the potential to transform your schools and communities. Use this platform to challenge yourselves, think boldly, and lead with confidence. The true value of this experience is not only in winning, but in the legacy of change you create. As we move forward, let us remember that the environmental challenges we face are significant, but so too is our capacity to respond. Shout4Change is about equipping young people with the tools, knowledge, and platform to lead sustainably and think critically about the future of our country. Together, we're building a Guyana where youth are not just participants in the future, but the drivers of it. We extend our deepest gratitude to our partners and stakeholders, including ExxonMobil Guyana and the Government of Guyana, for their continued support, belief, and commitment to empowering our youth and advancing a more sustainable nation. Thank you all.
Thank you, Dr. Laltu. The future of SHOUT is as bright as the young minds it continues to inspire. We look forward to the next chapter, Shout4Change, with great excitement, right? Great excitement? Another round of applause for that prize package. Now, the moment that our students, teachers, and families have been waiting for, I would ask for a drum roll, but I don't think we have any drums around. But, well, where's Chucky? I'm kidding. I don't want Chucky to play his drums. SHOUT is a 4-phase competition open to grades 9 and 10 students across all 10 administrative regions of Guyana. Phase 1 is a video submission of our students answering one simple question that was mentioned before. What is one sustainable change you would make to your school's environment if you were given $1 million to do so? Now, submissions have already been made for Phase 1, and we have gotten submissions from across all of Guyana, all administrative regions. I think that deserves a round of applause. We got participation from the length and breadth of Guyana. After submissions were made by the schools, the scores have been tallied and the panel has deliberated, and Guyana's next generation of environmental champions have been identified, and they're sitting right here among us. Please give them a round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in celebrating as we officially announce Shout4Change national finalists. I'd first of all like to invite Ms. Anushka Singh, National Youth Environmental Speaker 2025, to the podium. Not this podium, I think we're over here. To hand over a token of induction to each of our finalists. I'm going to call this in alphabetical order, so I'm going to ask each of the finalists as your name is called, your name and school. You're going to come across to Anushka and just uplift the package. And for the rest of our audience members, please give them a round of applause. Show them your support. It is not easy to do something like this. We want to make sure that they are recognized. First, we have Abramsville Secondary School, Raygon Griffith. Bladen Hall Secondary School, Martha Bijnot. Camille's Academy Diamond, Ismael Rodriguez. Camille's Academy Soesdijk, Renata Bagwandin. Charity Secondary School, Gabrielle Parks. Friendship Secondary School, Hadassah Harris. Hope Secondary School, Brandon Holder. Hururu Secondary School, Jeanette Torres. JC Chandising Secondary School, Jolina Camacho. I hear Jolina already has some fans in the audience. Leg 1 Secondary School, Raphael Jacobus. Linden Foundation Secondary School, Angelica Timmerman. North Georgetown Secondary School, Kaimani Halley. Pleasant Secondary School, Precus Ferdinand. President's College, Orlando Reynolds. Koyam Academy, Ruqayya Muhammad. School of the Nations, Afia Jabbar. Skeldon Line Path Secondary School, Randy Mangal. St. Joseph High School, Emma Monroe. Stewartville Secondary School, Elijah Ryan Tulsi. Tagore Memorial, Bhumika Singh. Please give them all a round of applause, everybody. I'm just going to ask Ms. Anushka Singh to remain on stage. We just wanted to acknowledge her for being Shout 3.0 champion. She's not going to be here on June 5th for the actual competition. She's actually writing 2 subjects in that day, geography and biology. Give her a round of applause. I would never do that. That's too much. That's a lot. But we just want to give her recognition for being Shout 3.0 champion and National Youth Environmental Speaker 2025. All right, thank you again so much, Anushka. And congratulations to every single one of our national finalists. Please give them another round of applause. Please give their teachers a round of applause. Those teachers took the time to be here with them today and have actually worked with all of them to be here today. You've earned your place on the stage. Now the real journey actually begins. And again, is watching, cheering, and believing in each of you. Shout4Change would simply not be possible without the generous and visionary support of our partners, especially our title partner, ExxonMobil Guyana. Their commitment to youth empowerment, environmental education, and sustainable development has been a cornerstone of this competition early in its impact. ExxonMobil Guyana has consistently demonstrated that corporate responsibility and national progress go hand in hand. We are deeply grateful for their partnership. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Ryan Hoppy, Community Relations Supervisor of ExxonMobil Guyana, to provide some remarks.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
I saw some people be excited. They just got some tokens and some amazing young people heading into the finals. Just want to establish some protocols. Mr. Sherwin Blackman, Assistant CEO, Education, Secondary at the Ministry of Education. I'd want to also acknowledge Dr. Laltu, who has been the biggest advocate for the environment, and all of you here today that are part of this launch. Congrats. Please let's give our finalists another round of applause. When I look at our finalists, I think about my time back at high school, and your teachers back then would be forcing you into dramatic poetry and elocution competition. I see a colleague from back at my high school, back in the days, you got to represent your school, you got to represent your classroom, even if you don't want to do it. So if anybody here was forced into it, y'all, let's talk after. You have a talk with the teachers, right? I know you guys love it and you're passionate about speaking on behalf of the environment and helping us to realize that this planet is all we have and we need to take care of it. But it's indeed a pleasure to join you here today for this launch, Shout 4.0, or as Dr. Laltu said when we met several weeks ago, it's Shout4Change. We want to give it a nice name. And we know that when we talk about Shout4Change, it is not just an event, it's a movement, it's a call to action, it's about measurable impact. And ExxonMobil Guyana is proud to once again support this initiative, which aligns with our strategic focus area focused on STEM education as well as healthy and cohesive communities. Our support for Shout also reflects ExxonMobil's commitment to long-term value by empowering our next generation of thinkers, problem solvers, and leaders. Just last week, I had the opportunity to provide remarks at the opening of the University of Guyana's Open Day and Career Fair. And one of the things that I'd mentioned to the audience was, again, about my time leaving high school, preparing to transition either to the world of work or tertiary education, and I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. So when I was speaking with my mentor, one of the things that my mentor said to me is, when you think about the programs and you think about all the things out there, there's a faculty of natural sciences and engineering and social sciences. There's so many, they're vast. And you want to do this program and that program, and I wanted to do medicine at the time, and then I changed my mind, I want to do something else. I was all over the place. And he said to me, think about a problem that really irks you, something that really ticks you off. He said, go and find a program that helps you to find a solution to that. And I did just that. And at the time, ExxonMobil wasn't in Guyana, but somehow a full circle moment where I'm a part of a team that is indeed helping to solve some of the problems that we face today. When we talk about developing community, when we talk about challenges that young people face within communities, and when we talk about championing the cause of our next generation of leaders, I'm happy to say that the team at ExxonMobil is well on its way in supporting initiatives like this. And so when we think about Shout 4.0, we're thinking about you as problem solvers, critical thinkers, as well as leaders. And I like to coin the phrase, instead of saying, our young people or our youth are the future, I like to say that our young people are the now. They're the leaders now. If we keep telling them that they're the future, then they'll feel they have time to sit and prepare and relax and watch Netflix and TikTok videos all day. But no, we want them to start challenging themselves to provide solutions to a lot of the issues and a lot of the ills that we face. And today, as we talk about the environment, we know that there are the brilliant minds in this room that will help us to channel those energies into championing the cause for the environment and the world that we live in. We recognize that important role indeed, and it's not just about finding an amazing project, but it's also about the responsibility and the awareness and stewardship that comes with developing that project and ensuring that the impact is felt beyond the walls of our schools and into our communities. Shout helps us to build the right types of skills, mindsets, as well as capabilities. And it's about encouraging our students to apply that critical thinking capability, the creativity, as well as the innovation that addresses the real challenges that we face within our communities. As Guyana continues to develop, these qualities will be essential in building a resilient and sustainable country. And even as Anushka talked about earlier, the environment, and not just getting rid of waste, it never disappears, but it's about how we do so responsibly. And one of the things, I thought about it when I was coming over here today, and I was saying to myself, we still have this issue of littering, across the country, and it's a pervasive ill within our society. And I was saying to myself, even if I have a chocolate, don't judge me, I love chocolate, but even if I'm opening a wrapper or something, my instinct would say, if I'm out in the public and I don't see a bin, it goes into my pocket or it goes into my bag, and then later on, I'll deal with that, right? But it's not about throwing it, and I've seen so many people within our community just, carelessly putting things through the window and so forth, hurting our environment. And I know when we talk about our finalists today, and you're thinking about your amazing projects that you're going to come up with, think about things that you see every day, things that are challenging to, not just, and when I say our policymakers, I'm not talking just about those that are in government, but I'm also talking about those that are part of organizations that are championing the cause or advocating for improvements in the environment, whether we talk about drainage, whether we talk about littering, all these different things. Think about those projects that are practical, those things that will yield real results, and it will help us to have a healthy and cohesive community. Having partnered, though, with Recover Guyana in our previous editions of this competition, we've had the chance to see firsthand the positive impact of this initiative. Shout provides young people with the platform to transform, as I mentioned, the ideas into action. And we've even seen that scale with other partners like the Greater Guyana Initiative, which ExxonMobil is a part of, with the Flow Project. And I had the fortunate opportunity to visit the West Demerara Secondary School. Dr. Laltu, you were there when I got that bottle and I put it towards that dispenser, and that water was so chilled. I actually never tasted such good water in my life like I tasted at that dispenser. And I know they say, based on science that I did in school, water doesn't have a taste, but we could argue that whole day, right? But the project was scalable, and I am just really amazed at all of the work that has come before us today and that has gone before what we've seen in the previous iterations of this project. And I'm excited to see what will happen come this edition of the competition. Shout provides those young people with the platform to take action and take those ideas and apply it in some areas that are STEM-based, and of course, in collaboration with practical solutions with lasting benefits, we can all reap the benefits as a collective. We are proud to collaborate with this dynamic team and support the efforts at strengthening the environment and, of course, youth leadership in Guyana. So, Recover Guyana's commitment to engaging and empowering young people and to bringing this initiative to us is indeed at the national level, and we're forever proud because this speaks to truly the sense of the length and breadth of Guyana and the fact that this is indeed, the environment is everybody's business and it's a national issue. So I really want to ask you to give Recover Guyana a round of applause for their tireless work in ensuring that we touch schools across all 3 counties and ensuring that we have that really diverse mix of ideas that will challenge you as you go forward. So, to all of the qualifying schools and students, I want to also include parents and teachers who are working with those students. I commend you for taking part in this program, and I urge you to think practically. Focus on the solutions, not the nerves and the fright and, oh, I got to do public speaking and how many people I got to be in front of and, you know, am I saying the right things and is it the TH, am I getting, don't study all those things, right? You heard when Anushka came up here just now, she said, "Say, y'all heard that?" I thought that was a great addition to the speech. But, you know, be yourselves, think about the topic that you're focusing on and the issue that you're trying to address. Be passionate, be authentic, and get up here and deliver. We're all here rooting for all of you. So, ExxonMobil Guyana, again, continues to support this initiative as a catalyst for innovation, problem solving, and sustainable development. So we look forward to those ideas coming to life and to hearing how you can continue to shout for change. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Hoppy, and thank you sincerely to ExxonMobil Guyana. Please give them another round of applause. The Ministry of Education has been an indispensable partner in SHOUT from day one. Their endorsement and collaboration have allowed this competition to reach every corner of Guyana, from Georgetown to our hinterlands. To speak to the Ministry's continued commitment to youth environmental advocacy, it is my honor to welcome Mr. Sherwin Blackman, Assistant Chief Education Officer, Secondary, of the Ministry of Education. Mr. Blackman, we're honored to have you with us today.
I'd want to be the devil's advocate as I was at the last launch, and the fact that I'm hearing that the prize equals $4 million this year, I can anticipate that next year's prize will equal $5 million. But let me stand on the established protocols. But to specifically recognize Recover Guyana and Dr. Laltu, President of Recover Guyana, as I bid you all a blessed morning, even though it's a wet one. But as my friends were singing earlier, small days indeed was a good time. And I remember my small days, these were the best days because you got a chance to run outside, play in the rain, bathe in the rain, and had fun before going to school. Not sure these young people know about that. Chair, permit me, of course, to extend greetings to Recover Guyana on behalf of the Honorable Sonia Parag, Minister of Education, our Permanent Secretary and the Chief Education Officer. And of course, on my own behalf, it is indeed a pleasure to be here today as we celebrate this launch, but more importantly, as we have an opportunity to celebrate our young people who are indeed shouting for change. As a ministry, we are indeed pleased to be a committed partner. Now, you've heard all about Shout. You've heard all the great speakers before me tell you all of the reasons why you are placed in the right place to make the best impact in our society. And so I will try to give justice to my presentation this morning. But Shout 4.0, as we advocate and search for the next National Youth Environmental Speaker, I'm even more happy that it is rooted in STEM. The Ministry of Education, and of course by extension the government of Guyana, has done quite a lot of advocating for the inclusion of STEM and how we can roll that out across the country. But more importantly, how our young people can also take advantage and use those skill sets that they would learn through STEM to actually cause a rippling effect of development or continued development in our country. I'm even more pleased that this competition is rolled out across all 11 education districts. And I saw students coming up here from some schools that I don't believe I saw in the competition last year, which means that this competition is gaining the kind of momentum that one would desire, which means that across our country, our secondary schools across the country, our young people are recognizing how important your voice is to this competition. And I'm very happy that you took this chance to not only submit your entries, but more specifically, the fact that you're advocating for a change that will ensure that we have an environment that we can all definitely say we are proud of. In the first 3 Shout competitions, of course, we had 3 winners. And of those winners, I'm even more happy that through Recover Guyana, supported by GGI, we were able to move one of those, the very first project actually, into a national project, dubbed Project Flow, where we would have 155 institutions, secondary, TVET, and special needs schools across the country that will benefit from that beautifully tasted water that you enjoyed at West Dem. But it's even more important because we know that water in itself plays a very significant role in what we maintain in terms of our structure. And so while this might seem for some as a project that is simple, it has the kind of far-reaching impact that will affect the entire of Guyana. And so I encourage you as you present, advocate, and represent your projects, see your projects also as one that can bring that same kind of national change, which of course, importantly, you're going to be supported to start that in your individual school. But it has the capacity and the ability, even as Exxon sits here, to probably support that even greater, that it can be rolled out across the country. I wish each of you the very best as you go through this competition. But I want to say to you that look beyond the fact that this is a competition. Look beyond the accolades that were announced and the prizes that were announced, and see yourselves as a champion for change, a champion for the earth. To Recover Guyana, ExxonMobil, and the other partners, I want to say to you much gratitude. The Ministry of Education is always very pleased, very encouraged by stakeholders, especially non-governmental and private stakeholders, who are prepared to work with our young people and give them an opportunity to add their voices for greater things. And of course, Exxon had an opportunity to thank Recover Guyana. I'll ask you to put your hands together for Recover Guyana, Exxon, and all of the other partners. The launch of this competition today on Earth Day is very fitting, especially under the theme, Our Power, Our Planet. The theme echoes collective action, community mobilization, power individuals to drive environmental progress, accelerate the transition of clear energy, ensuring sustainable future. But as my friend was speaking and talking about some of the ills of persons throwing things out their windows and so on, I remember my nephew cleans my car every weekend. He's very excited because he gets a chance to drive the car to the back of the yard and to the front. But he cleans the car and he comes upstairs most days and he would say to me, "Why you always got so much trash in the car?" You know, but it becomes part of you once you're practicing the things that are good. It takes on an inner part of you. And so you're so connected to doing good by your practices on a daily basis that it pushes us to do better every single day. But one of the things, more importantly, I would want you to advocate through this competition is for the change of the social and behavioral aspects of what we do. I think the biggest part of this challenge for us to make this change and improve what the quality of life is for us in the environment has to do with self. And so as you make your presentations, as you advocate for change, as you advocate for your great idea, ensure that it is also heavily rooted in how well you can cause persons to change their basic practices on a daily basis. I believe if we win that challenge, we win everything else as it relates to the powerful change that we can make in this society. I know the last 3 winners were also females, and so I will challenge all of the males in our competition this year to let's give them a fight. So that possibly the winner of this year, I know, I see her looking at me and saying, "I'm here to win too." Let me pause to... Hi, Minister. Welcome. But I hope that you will also challenge every single one. Give it your best shot in this competition, because each of you are already winners as is. Each of you are already benefiting from that $4 million of prizes. But I'm hopeful that the biggest part of what you will do here is not just, again, going to be about the competition and the prizes, but it's going to be about your voice. So as you shout for change, congratulations to each and every one of you, and God bless you all. Thanks.
Our official education partner, ExxonMobil Guyana, our official title partner, Ramada Georgetown Princess Hotel, our official venue partner, One Communication, our official One Fiber partner, Scotiabank Guyana Inc., Guy Oil, Flawless Dental GY, Massey Stores Guyana, Anthony Indar Photography, Film and Design, our official media partner, Pixel Perfect Productions, our official productions partner, Book a Ride, our official transportation partner, Elevate Decor and Designs, our official decor partner, and Siva Marketing Enterprise, our official branding partner. Please let's give them a round of applause. On that note of celebration, I'd like to also re-invite Creole Rock by Gavin and Chucky to perform a single piece for us. Please give them a round of applause.
Hello again, everybody. So Chucky and I started this journey years ago in our efforts to contribute to the preservation of Guyanese folk songs and our authentic Guyanese culture, what makes us unique. And during the pandemic, we spent a lot of time in the garden, and it allowed me to reconnect to Mother Earth. So here on Earth Day, I'd like to pay tribute to the garden, to the flowers, to the bees, to the trees. We were put here, and we came and found Mother Nature just doing its thing. And we have to remember that we have a part to play in keeping the environment the way it should be. And a funny moment, just a couple days ago in my garden, I was observing my cat. And I watched it follow lizards and bees and everything, and the cat had to do a number 2. And the cat did it and cleaned up after itself instinctively. It did not need instructions, it did not need any prompt, it just knew that it had to keep the place clean. Clean up after yourself. This song is called "Oh Crows and Marigold." Oh, crows and marigold singing in my head. The buzzing of the bees draws me up and out my bed. Karila juice and ginger in a boiling cup of water. How we bitter in my mouth, we in a bitter in my soul. Oh, crows and marigold, around we go. Oh, crows and marigold, open up. It's a new day, time to wake up and go. No direction nor compass, just follow your nose to the nectar in the flower, wherever it goes. Over time, every tree bears a fruit, pay no mind. Just believe in the truth, Mother Nature's a giver. For the saints and all the sinners, please be sure to ask no questions. Close your eyes and you will see. Oh, crows and marigold singing in our head. The buzzing of the bees draws we up and out we bed. Karila juice and ginger in a boiling cup of water. How we bitter in me mouth, in a bitter in me soul. Oh, crows and marigold, around we go. Oh, crows and marigold, go to sleep. Nighttime is now and the moon reflects a light upon the crowd of caterpillars upon the leaves, growing faster than the leaves. Grow tomatoes come tomorrow, wake you up and you will see. Close your eyes, what do you see? Never mind. There's no truth that could be absolutely free of danger, and the changes that will make us realize that we are greater. Close your eyes and you will see. Oh, crows and marigold, around we go. Oh, crows and marigold. Thank you.
Sometimes you just have to help yourself. All right, thank you so much, Creole Rock by Gavin and Chucky. The song was really good, but Okras and Marigold doesn't seem very appetizing, and Karila juice and all of those things. But for those joining us online, I just wanted to remind you that we're here today at the official launch of Shout4Change, where we have announced our top 20 finalists. Reminder that Shout is a national, or is the national environmental speech competition where we select our top national youth environmental speaker. So we're here celebrating that once more, hence we had our music. But as we move along with our program, we're coming down to the end, and I would like to, okay, that's right. Yeah, we are honored to have with us today our Minister of Culture, Youth and Sports, Honorable Charles Ramson Jr. Having served in his current capacity for several years, he has amassed insights and experiences which will inspire us as he delivers the keynote address for today. As we look ahead to the journey for Shout this year, please extend a warm welcome to Minister Ramson.
So good morning, everyone. I'm very pleased to be here this morning, and I'm also happy to join with the organizers who thought it fit that they should organize this competition, prioritizing the importance of the environment. And now that you are embarking on this competition, it's very important too that you have the perspective of why your involvement at such a young age is so important, and all of the other students who are going to be participating in this national competition is so important, because you have to drive the change for the world, not just Guyana and where you live and your community, but for the world. And why the context is important is because we have been on a very long journey. The environment has been on a very long journey. So the universe is about 13.8 billion years or so old. Planet Earth is about 4.5 billion years old. Homo sapiens, which is the version that we know today of human beings, is about 300,000 years old. But our ancestors may be about 2 to 3 million years old, like Homo erectus, about 2 to 3 million years or so we've been on this earth. During this time that we've been on this earth, which is just a fraction, relatively speaking, in the grand scale of the existence of the earth, 4.5 billion years, there were about between 110 to 117 billion people who were ever born. That's the best estimate based on specific growth rates. Between 110 to 117 billion people who have ever been born on this planet. And up to 1900, the year 1900, not that long ago, our life expectancy was 32 years. So if we were to go back maybe about 125 years ago, the best that you can expect to live is about up to 32. I'd be long gone already. It took us, in those 200,000, 300,000 years, it took us until 1805 to mark our first billion people. 1805. First billion people. It then took us to maybe another 125 or 120 years or so to record our next billion. But since then, or as we got progressively in the version of life that we're living today, this civilization, it takes only about 12 years or so to add another billion people. 12 years. So right now, there are about 8.1 billion people on the earth. So in the grand scheme of that timeline, human beings have been around just a fraction of the time, but the way in which we live our life today has had such a huge impact on the environment that we face an existential threat, not just to us as human beings, but to all life. All life. That's very important as you proceed along your life, even as you enter this competition, to understand the context. Because for us to live this version of life, and I see some young people doing some Googling just to check to see if my facts are correct. It's correct, don't worry. I'm very good with numbers and I'm very good with history, so but this version of life that we have, it requires a massive amount of energy that is not coming from us. Everything that we are accustomed to today, that we enjoy today, it requires the unlocking of energy that didn't originate from us. That version of life that we have today has a cost. The cost is carbon. That is the cost, carbon. And that carbon, which is the same carbon that's inside our bones and in our body, and originally when we are unlocking that energy, it's unlocking the energy in gas, it's unlocking under the ground, it's unlocking the energy in oil, it's unlocking the energy coming from the sun. It produces something that has a cost to the environment. It doesn't mean, however, that the cost to the environment has to be an existential threat. That doesn't mean that the consequence of that is that it's an existential threat. Right now, it is. And that's why there has been this call to action for the globe, the world, to put a limit on how much carbon is emitted. Here in Guyana, we recognized that a long time ago. So when President Jack Deo, then, as he was leading the country, we had a lot of standing forest. In fact, our standing forest represents the second largest standing forest in the world. And within that forest contains over 1 trillion, actually 19 or so trillion gigatons of carbon in all of the forests that we have. It serves a purpose. That purpose serves the world more than us. Because we had an option. The option was, do we then use our forests for productive purposes, meaning expand our agricultural productivity, use timber for exports, expand aggressively mining so that we can take out all of the minerals and everything that goes along with opening up of land. And he and our then government said, no. We recognize that this is a value, that there's a value for the world. We are going to produce a strategy, a developmental strategy. It's not a conservationist type of strategy. It's a developmental strategy which puts a price on carbon that is tradable. So that for the companies that know that in order for them to produce and advance their objectives, if they know that they have to produce in a way that carbon is emitted in an aggressive way, in an exponential way, that they can trade with countries or companies that already possess these quote-unquote carbon credits. In the first iteration of that, which is the low carbon development strategy, the first iteration of that, we were able to earn about $250 million US just by keeping our forests standing. And right now we have the highest verification of our standing forest. So it's globally certified. Then about 3 years ago or 4 years ago, President Ali and also with Vice President now, Jack Deo, we were able to secure then and over the next 10 years, to be paid over the next 10 years, $750 million US dollars at minimum, because that's the price at the floor, meaning that's the lowest price that we can get. If the price for carbon goes above that, we can get a higher amount of money. The problem is that the world still treats this carbon that is damaging to the environment as a voluntary type of scheme where you trade only if you want to. There isn't a requirement to price carbon in a way that if you are a big emitter, you're a big damager, that you are not required to pay for how much damage that you are doing. We don't want anyone to lose welfare or to lose the quality of life that we enjoy today. In fact, we want people to continue to improve the quality of life. As national leaders and as global leaders, it's important that the decisions that we make, the system within which we frame the world in which we function and operate, we want to advance all of our desires and our development. We want more of the things that make our life comfortable. Even in this room today is powered by electricity that comes from fossil fuels. We like that. When I say we like that, we like the room being cool. We like being able to hear me properly because this works with electricity too. We like the light that's shining here and the recording that's happening, and everything that was built here, the concrete floors and everything, required a lot of energy. The world can't change in a volte-face, meaning that an about turn, where you turn off how we live our life. And you can't just put that into some kind of spreadsheet and think that life is just going to change automatically. You can't. It doesn't. Some people think that you can just start to kind of use equations and it will change the way in which we function. It doesn't work that way. The decisions that we've made in terms of the quality of our life, it's been logical decisions, and the best ideas win. But what you have to do, you have to start thinking about how you can lead the change and the innovation. The innovation part is so important for that change to happen, where we continue to live the quality of life that we're living, and even better, because we want improvement, constant improvement. But that should not happen at the cost of the environment, because the risk is so severe. The risk is so severe when it comes to the cost to the environment that the oceans stop flowing. That is the worst case scenario that has been modeled, just so that you get an idea of how bad it could get. That the oceans stop flowing, no movement, and everything starts to slowly come to an end. But we have faced challenges before, global challenges, major global challenges. When I was going to school, I remember we used to have this big concern about the hole in the ozone layer. Some of you are too young to remember that, but the folks who are my age or maybe a little bit older, they will remember that the big challenge was that there was this hole in the ozone layer, and it was being caused by the use of quote-unquote CFCs. CFC stands for chlorofluorocarbons. And it usually was found in aerosols. So all of the stuff that you sprayed, or there was a particular gas that was used in air conditioning called Freon 12, amongst others, that was damaging this ozone layer. There was a big conference in Kyoto, Japan. You'll forgive me in relation to the year. I think it might have been around 1989. You can Google that one, and maybe you'll help me to remember what year it was. And the world came together, and they said, we're gonna restrict the use of these damaging gases. And slowly but surely, it happened. So we figured out what the problem was. We restricted it, but we found alternatives. Because even though those were the gases that were used in those items, or let's say in air conditioning, we haven't stopped using aerosols. We haven't stopped getting air conditioning. So we innovated. We found alternatives that were just as purposeful. Because this is such an important problem to everyone, every single human being is going to face this challenge, and we are already living with the effects of this. Some of the unusual weather patterns is as a result of climate change. There's no question about that. There's no question about whether human impact and activity, I should say, has impacted the environment. There's no question about that. There are some people who have doubted that for a very long time, and they have their own reasons to doubt that. But for the ones who can look at this in an objective way, they know that our activity has been impactful in a negative way to the environment. But it's not just that the environment is you're having a negative impact on, but it's also us. Because when you have the change in the weather patterns, it also means that you have increased flooding and you also have increased droughts. Increased flooding will impact food prices as well as famines. Droughts will also impact food prices, because if you know that you are depending on a particular weather pattern for your crop to grow in a certain rotation and have it being produced regularly, and you have less of a supply as a result of that, once you take the supply out of the system, then it means that the prices will go up. There's less of a supply. An example of that is when you saw during the Ukraine war with Russia, you had 40% of flour being taken out of global supply. 40%. And that's why bread prices and flour prices just went up overnight. When people complain about gas shortages or prices at the pump, well, that happens because there's a war going on right now and there's constrained supply at the global level. So once you take supply out of the system, or you have constrained supply, then it impacts prices. When you impact prices, it affects everyone. Means that you have less disposable income, less money in your pocket to spend on the things that you want to spend on. So you're not just participating in an essay competition. And that's what I want you to know. This is a journey that you are embarking on, many of you, and you're representing your schools, but there are many more that are going to be embarking on this. But the reality is that the world needs your help. You don't know it yet, because right now you're just thinking about your exams. You got CXCs to write, or CAPE, and then you got to think about which university you're going to go to and all of that, and you're trying to build your life, etc. But along the way, you will realize that there's a very important problem for us to solve. The littering and stuff that we have going on in the country, while terrible, pales into comparison to the existential threat that we face in relation to how we live our life and the impact that it has on the environment. Now, I'm not telling you this to scare you, because I'm an optimist. I'm a complete optimist. If I wasn't, and I heard all of that information, I'd probably just never get out of my bed. This is the worst case scenario. We're not going to be able to find, there isn't a solution in sight. But I just gave you an example at a global level where all the countries came together and people found solutions and solved a major global problem. But we have always been doing that. We have always been doing that. There have been so many diseases that because of our innovation, they no longer pose a threat to us. When is the last time that you heard about polio? Polio as a disease is almost non-existent. I think they maybe just have a few left around Asia, relatively speaking. But polio as a disease, when my parents were growing up, and some of the folks who are in the room who were older, polio was a real challenge. You don't hear about that anymore. When we were when I was much younger, you used to hear about things like rickets and scurvy. But the point is that there have been challenges throughout human history for which we have always been able to find a solution. But we find the solution through our innovation and deliberate focus on finding that solution. And all of you are going to enter a world which you're going to face those same kind of challenges that all of us would have faced before. But the combination of your minds here in Guyana and around the world, the collective effort of your ideas and your minds that emanate from that, will be the solution that gives us, or will give us the solution that we need to save the world. Thank you very much. I wish you all the best.
Thank you, Minister Ramson, for those profound and thought-provoking remarks. I felt like I was in school again. He was spitting some facts, and I was taking some notes. I might be spitting some of those facts later on again. We are certain that the words that you shared with us today will remain with us for as long as we leave this room. But just a quick reminder, we are here celebrating the finalists, at least, for SHOUT4Change. Well, let's give them a round. Somebody was clapping. Let's give them a round of applause. Now, the Shout competition is going to culminate in a high-end, fully produced finale on June 5th, which coincidentally, or not so coincidentally, maybe we did it on purpose, is World Environment Day. And it is going to be a fully hosted production that is going to be done right here at the Georgetown Ramada Princess Hotel, as we always have it. Please, so I'm urging all of our finalists to come fully prepared with your speeches and be prepared to speak, because you're going to have some cameras on you. All right? Are you guys ready? They don't sound ready. They sound ready to you guys? Are you guys ready? Either yes or not yet, right? Okay. All right, before we close this morning's program, we must give gratitude to all those who made today and Shout4Change possible. So to deliver the vote of thanks on behalf of Recover Guyana, I invite Mr. Vishal Rupnaraine, Operations and Logistics Lead for Recover, to the podium. Mr. Rupnaraine.
Good morning, everyone. So as we bring this inspiring launch of Shout4Change to a close, it is my honor to extend heartfelt thanks to all who have made today possible. Thanks to the Honorable Minister, Charles Ramson Jr., Minister of Culture, Youth and Sports, for his presence here today. Your attendance is not only appreciated, it is a strong signal of your continued commitment to youth development, national progress, and the empowerment of young leaders across Guyana. We give sincere appreciation to our official education partner, the Ministry of Education, for their continued collaboration in embedding Shout within Guyana's national secondary school system. Your support ensures that this platform reaches and empowers students across all regions. We extend our deepest gratitude to ExxonMobil Guyana, our official title partner, for your unwavering investment in youth development and environmental stewardship. To the Ramada Georgetown Princess Hotel, our official venue partner, thank you for hosting us and being the home of Shout, always providing a space where ideas, voices, and partnerships can come together so seamlessly. We also thank One Communications, our official One Fiber partner, for enabling the digital connectivity that supports the growth and accessibility of this program. To our valued sponsors, Scotiabank Guyana Inc., Guyol, Flawless Dental GY, and Massey Stores Guyana, we are grateful for your contributions towards making this initiative possible. Special thanks to our operational partners, Anthony Indar Photography, Film and Design, our official media partner, Pixel Perfect Productions, our official productions partner, Book a Ride, our official transportation partner, Elevate Decor and Designs, our official decor partner, and Siva Marketing Enterprise, our official branding partner. Thank you for helping bring Shout4Change to life with excellence. We also extend appreciation to our speakers, talent team, and presenters today. Your insights and energy have truly set the tone for what promises to be an impactful journey ahead. To the Recover Guyana team and all the stakeholders who have worked tirelessly behind the scenes, your dedication continues to drive this platform forward. And most importantly, to the students of Guyana, this platform is for you. Your ideas, your voices, and your actions are what will shape a more sustainable future. Today, as we launch Shout 4.0 on Earth Day, we are reminded that the responsibility to protect our planet rests with all of us, but especially with the next generation of leaders we are empowering through this initiative. On behalf of Recover Guyana, thank you all for your presence, your partnership, and your commitment to change. Have a wonderful Earth Day, and we look forward to the journey ahead. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Rupnarayan. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this brings us to the close of the official launch of Shout4Change. What a day it has been. We've heard from visionaries and champions, educators. We've heard from... Thank God it's coming to an end, guys. We've heard from our visionaries and champions, educators and advocates. We've heard from our visionaries and champions, educators and advocates, sponsors and community leaders, all united by one belief, that Guyana's young people have the power to change our world. Shout is more than just a competition. It is a movement, it is a platform, it is a promise that in Guyana the voices of our youth matter and the future of our environment is in capable, passionate and determined hands. To our Shout4Change national finalists, prepare yourselves. The journey ahead will challenge you, transform you, and ultimately elevate you. Guyana is rooting for you. To all of our sponsors and all of our supporters, thank you as well. We went through our vote of thanks already, but I'm encouraging all of you to please stay with us as we head into our final segment, some networking and refreshments. Enjoy great conversations, great company, and some great food, I hope. Great food. The future of Guyana's environment is in good hands, and this afternoon, or this morning, we continue to celebrate that. Thank you all so much again.
Victory. Let's just shout.